On hot days like this, a cool glass of watermelon juice is definitely something everyone craves. Watermelon not only helps cool down quickly, but also provides many vitamins and antioxidants, which are very good for the body. But today, I'm not just pureeing watermelon, but will combine it with a very special ingredient, fresh ginger. Sounds strange, right? The combination of the cool sweetness of watermelon and the slightly spicy taste of ginger will create a drink that is both delicious, good for digestion, has a mild anti-inflammatory effect, and warms the stomach, especially after a full meal or when the body feels sluggish. And the best thing is, the method is extremely simple. The ingredients are very easy to find, available in the kitchen of most homes. So, if you are also looking for a drink recipe that is both thirst-quenching and supports your health, don't miss this little tip. Now, I'll start with a whole watermelon. Come join me in the kitchen. First, I prepare a whole, round watermelon with a shiny skin and a slightly wilted stem. This is one of the signs that the watermelon is ripe and sweet. When you hold it in your hand, you will feel its weight compared to its size, meaning that the flesh inside is very juicy. I place the watermelon on a large cutting board, fixing it firmly so that it does not slip when cutting. Then, use a sharp knife to cut the watermelon in half lengthwise, from the stem to the bottom. The feeling of cutting into a ripe watermelon is very pleasant. The knife glides lightly, you hear a light pop sound inside the skin, and then, when it is separated, it is a bright red color, with black seeds scattered evenly. It looks very beautiful and attractive. Next, I put the watermelon aside and introduce a special ingredient in today's recipe, fresh ginger. Ginger will play a role in enhancing the flavor and bringing a feeling of warmth to the stomach, very good for digestion, especially when you drink it cold. Back to the cut melon, I took half of the melon and cut it horizontally, creating 2 square pieces that are easier to work with. Then continue to divide the melon into 4 small pieces, this time cut into long triangles to easily remove the skin. Now for the peeling part, use a knife to remove the green flesh on the outside of each melon piece, keeping only the juicy red flesh inside. If you want it to be cleaner, you can also peel off the white edges so that the melon juice when blended has a nice color, not pale. Finally, I will cut each melon piece into 3 small pieces. This will make it easier to put into the blender and also help blend faster and smoother. All the melon pieces after being cut are neatly arranged on a plate, looking very fresh, bright red and juicy, ready for the step of combining with fresh ginger in the next part. Next, we process the ginger. I take a small branch, about 1 to 2 finger joints is enough. Use a knife to cut it into thin slices. Where are you from? Let us know in the comments. It's great that we can make friends from many places around the world. Then continue to cut the ginger into very small and thin strips. You should choose fresh, young ginger with a strong aroma but not too strong to keep the balance with the sweetness of the watermelon. Once sliced, put the ginger on a plate. Now I have 2 plates of ingredients, a plate of watermelon and a plate of shredded ginger. Now comes the fun part, blending the watermelon and ginger to create a unique drink. First, I put the watermelon in the blender. The watermelon has been cut into small pieces, so it is easy to add, no need to compress or squeeze. Next, I sprinkle the shredded ginger evenly on top. A small note here is not to add too much ginger, because fresh ginger has a quite strong taste. Just enough, about a small pinch, is enough to bring out the aroma and create a pleasant feeling of warmth in the stomach when drinking. Cover the blender and blend for about 20 to 25 seconds. When blending, The water in the watermelon will be released very quickly, creating a smooth and eye-catching mixture. You will immediately see the transformation. The mixture turns a smooth pink-red color, interspersed with tiny ginger fibers inside. The scent at this time is extremely attractive. Both the sweet taste of watermelon and the light, strong aroma of ginger, very characteristic. Once the mixture is pureed, I pour it into a large glass jar. If you want it smooth, you can strain it through a sieve to remove the pulp or excess ginger. If you like a little natural fiber, leave it as is. It's great for digestion. Finally, pour it into a glass. And to add more flavor, I add a few drops of fresh lemon juice. The slight sourness of the lemon will highlight the cool sweetness of the melon and soften the spiciness of the ginger, creating a great balance. You can add a few ice cubes or refrigerate it before drinking. Guaranteed, when you take a sip, you will feel the cool sweetness of the melon, the gentle warmth of the ginger, and the slight sourness of the lemon, all blended into a refreshing, delicious, and healthy glass of water. So with just a few simple steps, we have a glass of watermelon juice combined with fresh ginger, both delicious and good for health. No need for fancy machines, no need for expensive ingredients. Everything is available in your kitchen. Just a little time and sophistication is enough. This drink not only helps cool down on hot days, but also aids digestion, fights inflammation, and gently warms the stomach. Especially suitable when you have just had a full meal, when your body is tired, or simply want to reward yourself with a cool drink that is still good for the body. If you have ever thought that watermelon juice is simply sweet and cool, then today, hopefully, you have a new perspective. Just add a little ginger, a few drops of lemon. That glass of water will become much more delicate and flavorful. I really hope you'll try it at home. And if you like it, please share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you like this interesting combination. And as always, if you find this video useful, don't forget to like to support, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next great, creative, and simple tips that I'll share. Thank you for sticking with me until the end of the video. Wishing you lots of health, joy, and cool drinks in your kitchen. See you in the next video.